everyone, I am Dalang. Today's main theme is the recent barriers and suggestions for interpersonal relationships. Please choose the group that you connect with the most from the 3 groups below. If you cannot choose, please pause because we are about to start editing. Hi, Group 1, how are you? Here's your video, see you in a sec. The top row is barriers, the next row is suggestions, which will also merge. Firstly, this group had the energy of Taurus and Cancer, and the traits of water and fire are heavier. If you are not these 2 constellations, then you may need to be aware of people of these 2 constellations. Then you can see from the set of minds, you can see that you should have a strong, purposeful event or feeling. For example, you have a very strong goal in your work, studies or career, and you've loudly told many people about it. That is to say, many people know your plan or your purpose. This brings up 2 issues. The first is that some people are directly affected by your event, and they may sabotage it. Another
Without
part
permission,
is that
it is not
even
allowed
though
to
they
cover
may
or
feel
use
this matter, if he doesn't see it well, he'll belittle you, tell you not to mess up, give you negative energy, which may impact your execution of the plan to some extent. It's just that you really want to do something and someone keeps saying, don't do it anymore. There's nothing hanging you. How can someone of your status succeed? You can't, and you originally had full scores. The fighting spirit has been lowered, that's the feeling. Then the second aspect is that there may be some imbalance in communication with people. Maybe you are a team person, or you are in your circle of friends. The most capable and prestigious one may lead to you using some commanding words when communicating with them, or when you are dealing with them, use a higher one levels, and then it seems to them that they are all your subordinates. Then your friends, maybe some people will feel uncomfortable, and one suggestion for this matter is,
And the first
when you
sentence we
communicate with
discussed
them,
today.
firstly, respect their feelings. If their appearance suggests a strong sense of purpose, they may think you're on the same wavelength. Some people will consider less. When working together, you need to strengthen your ability to feel their emotions. You may have ignored the feelings of some people, and they have started to complain about you, so you need to pay more attention and show understanding.
Equitable conversation.
And the third situation is that I didn't say the first suggestion.
Then our next one is the dream of
There are a
tattooing
lot of
spring
things
flowers.
that you just don't start with. For example, I want to lose weight. And then you start talking. You will find that people keep asking you to eat this and that, and if you don't speak, you might be losing weight in silence. Of course, when it comes to big things, whether you do a project or do a business, you have found one. It's a good stock. It's good to make money. It's best to keep a low profile and keep your wealth a secret. The second suggestion is the equal exchange I just mentioned. The third point of concern is that you seem to be busy with life or work, which is manifesting as reduced communication with your partner or family due to your busyness. It's a combination of the first 2, that is, your partner and family
There are
will participate in part of your work, not direct correlation with your work, but their emotions or decisions may affect your job. So pay attention to your family in this aspect. Pour in some more patience. Your job is very busy, and you might be investing more into your work, which is affecting your family and loved ones. Maybe there hasn't been much time for heart-to-heart talks lately. Perhaps one party is already arguing or considering breaking up. It seems that part of it is like this for such a situation. The idea is to combine the first 2 methods. First, you need to talk to them about your general plan, and then roughly how much time and energy you're going to invest, so you won't have time to actively pay attention to him. So, going back to the second point, you communicate with him on equal grounds. If you have any ideas, if there's anything you want to do or need me to accompany you with, I hope you tell me it's right. You and your partner and family have clarified this. Okay, this is the first group situation. Hope it helps you. Bye. Hi, Hello to the second group. This is your formation. The top is the point to avoid thunder. The bottom corresponds to this pair. You may offend someone with your words soon, or you might insult someone verbally. The most likely scenario is that you made a mistake without noticing. Or in other words, your mouth is faster than your brain. You said some things without thinking and offended someone who is your peer
peers,
recently.
regardless of
Because of some
gender.
words, you offended him, and then he will start holding grudges in his heart. He will wonder why this person speaks like this, just like this. And then, but in fact you didn't mean it, or you were thinking that way in your heart, but you usually hide it well. As a result, you accidentally revealed a thought in your heart at that time, and then the corresponding suggestion is to let go of what's in your hand. You may be too focused on something in your hand, which causes you to ignore the changes in interpersonal relationships around you. And then actually, interpersonal relationships and things are actually complementary. Generally speaking, society is also rarely saying that people can just do their own things. Most will need more or less. Having good relationships with people around you will provide you with more information and so on. It helps with what you're doing, right? Then the suggestion for this is as follows. The second situation is that some of the little buddies seem to be starting to have nightmares. Or you can say that someone from your interpersonal relationships appears in your dream, and that dream is created by.
It feels a bit like a nightmare, making you sleep poorly or even causing you to have insomnia and many dreams lately. Alright, it's about getting married. Let's all come together to see. A suggestion is, if you have some gatherings in the near future because May Day is coming, some gatherings or friends gathering around. So you're suggesting to go out and play, then what did you say? Think of it before saying a lot, because you might just be at a noisy bar or a KTV singing karaoke and you'll speak loudly, and then you really think a bit. Actually, don't blame anyone, it's business. For example, after drinking alcohol, it is easy to say something, but since need to work hard to overcome the next in some gatherings, especially at that gathering, there are some people who are more taboo. Oh, that person is your boss. He holds some power and can control you. So when facing these people, be a bit serious. This includes family members as well, because some of them are students. All resources come from the family, so you have to control your own mouth. Heard it? And the third point is still to be careful. I feel it corresponds very well with the first two. The first one is offending people with words. The second one is also about controlling your mouth. And the third one needs to be careful again. So I can't help but think in this direction. So I'm going to talk in series. The probability is that you are very likely to talk about some topics or express some of your own ideas. You can pause a bit, then look at everyone's reactions. Perhaps when you're talking about some sensitive topics, the expressions of the people around you change, and then you may be immersed in what you want to say because you are thinking about what to say next, right? Ignoring their superficial changes. Some people's faces may be distorted, So the next thing to say is that you are no longer limited to that gathering in any situation. Because comes from the mouth. As for this card, you might think that there are many. Then I have to comfort you again. That is, there are many. You don't know the real reason, nor do you know the true situation of this person. What you always see is a tiny bit on the surface of the iceberg, but there's much more beneath the sea surface. The part where you jump to conclusions and say it might cause you trouble, the variables you encounter will be much larger than that iceberg. So you need to mind your own business and offend less people. That's all. I hope it helps. Bye-bye. Hello to the third group. This is your formation. The upper part represents recent interpersonal barriers. The lower part corresponds to the apologies. I'll blend them all together. This group of you should be facing difficulties in interpersonal relationships recently. So your issue is about making a choice. It might be about choosing a partner or something else, since it seems like there's a love triangle. Look at which aspect you have been recently that both of your exes have come back to you wanting to reconcile
Explaining the
or
choice
be with
between
you.
the ex and the
I feel like you're also very conflicted. The face of the card also shows that you're very conflicted. In terms of emotions, I'll draw another card. I can't quite see the specifics. It is suggested to be with that person of the fire sign, which may help you a bit. Then in choosing interpersonal relationships, what you need to do is discard other things or see fewer other disturbances.
Okay, that's all for this live broadcast.
2 men were chasing you in the past.
See you next
You don't
time.
know which one to choose. Don't consider things like houses and cars. What you need more is to evaluate this person, because today's theme is interpersonal relationships. So I must also say that you in any relationship, it might be that you need to choose a class now, or you need to promote someone to be the leader, or you need to vote for someone to go. If you're going to take part in a program, you should consider less about some irrelevant real factors and discard this part. Because of this part, isn't it comfortable? And then, this part is not good for you. Instead, how this person's pure mind is the most stable for you. As for the emotional aspect, already have 2 boats under your feet. Try to make a choice quickly. If you drag it on, the people around you will know about it, and it will be difficult for you later. Your interpersonal relationships are at stake. It's not just about the feelings between you, it will also affect your friendship. Some people might leave you because of your current transition. Losing a friend is truly a pity. Also, in terms of work and career, it's a pity if you're choosing or changes in work or a certain place are like this. Make your choice quickly, or both of your colleagues or these 2 overs will just be gone. You know, it's a real pity. It feels like everyone is ganging up. In terms of career, on one hand, make a choice as soon as possible. On the other hand, politely decline the other side instead of giving them the silent treatment. Don't ever handle it with silent treatment. That's all for now. More choosing and quick decisions are your keywords. I draw another one that really feels a bit strange. Oh, don't hesitate anymore. If you hesitate, the consequences will be very serious. If there is a love triangle, or if you now have 2 choices in terms of work or study, make a choice as soon as possible, then make the basis for the choice. Don't consider too many. Think about those real factors. What are the shackles? What are the fakes? And how does this person's heart or your heart make decisions about this? This is the information from the 3rd group. Hope it helps. Bye.